On this episode of Strategic Sundays, we are getting ready for winter. Andrew is going to show us how to get our vehicles all prepared so we are safe and sound for when the snow comes.
Let's check the chains on this new truck. I have not bought any new ones yet, but if I'm going to do that, it need to come. There's no snow on the horizon, but it is going to come before we know it. So let's get the chains all figured out before we get too far, and then get the truck all ready for winter as well. Laying the chains out before you put them on to make sure that there's no breakage or kinks or anything like that is going to be helpful before you start throwing them on there and trying to handle them up there. The chains on almost, but still just don't have enough reach on that. I'm going to pull the truck up a little bit to see what happens, but I got a zip tie on there a little bit just to be able to hold those chains in order to be able to pull forward. After moving the tires around and having those rotate, it is just ridiculously close. I have the back all hooked up, but man, it's like these tires are pumped up to 75 PSI. I could deflate these and get these on, I'm sure. But think about dealing with this on the side of the road. I don't want to deal with this in the freaking snow. So I'm going to get some more. Yeah, I'm pulling as hard as I can, and I cannot get that. You want to make sure and have these clips, these pointy things sticking out. You don't want these rubbing into the back of your tires, and then having the chains lay flat on top. That way there's not put extra stress on them as you're driving down the road. With all those cams tightened, you want to make sure you stow your tool in an easily accessible area in your truck. I always just throw mine in the door because you want to be able to grab these really quick if you have to adjust the chains while you're on the road. These industrial rubber bungees work really great with this seamless metal ring in the middle, just to be able to go out and grab all those chains. When I tried these chains out, I put them on the back tires. Of course, you'd want to put them on the front when you actually need them, assuming you have four-wheel drive. Inside the bucket is chains for 2 tires, the rubber straps for 2 tires, and then 2 contractor bags that are set in between the chains so they don't stick together. The contractor bags are great to be able to throw down on the ground so you don't get wet and therefore get colder. And then what's going to go on top of that is a brand new microfiber, a set of gloves, and then a set of like nitrile type thick 7mm gloves, and then just some paracord. Paracord fixes a lot of problems. What I'm also going to throw in here that I need to order is some metal zip ties. Of course, that's not going to get you down the freeway, but it might be able to get you out of a jam. The paracord's always nice just to be able to tie stuff together when things fail. You know, you're not going to be going down the freeway going 40 miles an hour, but it might be able to get you out of a ditch. Here's the box that's always in the truck. This is just a waterproof coho box that I bought from Costco. I think these were $49, but this works great. And inside here, you got these things up top for tape. There's duct tape, electrical tape. I think there's also some plumbing tape in there too. A tire repair kit. Those are super cheap, you know, anywhere, microfibers and some bags. And then down below you have the winter gloves that I was talking about. And I always keep this longer. This is for the trailer. The one for the truck is inside the cab. But then you have your cord. There's another thing to pump up tires. I have one more inside the cab. But inside here, there's an engineer's hammer that is 3 pounds in case you need to beat on something, some Band-Aids. But, you know, this is with me all the time, as well as some Nipex pliers and a Victorinox multi-tool. This cheap tire inflator has served me well over the years, but I think it's time to upgrade. Yeah, it'll do up to, you know, it says 130 PSI. I had it screaming trying to get up to 75 to get these back tires up to speed, so I need to get something a little better. One of the essential things to carry for winter travel is a good trauma kit. This is an Apache 3800 case that I bought at Harbor Freight a number of years ago for I think $29, and it's been 100% waterproof, so I keep it in the bed of the truck. That's where it lives. You know, over the course of my driving experience in almost 25 years, I've come across 5 car wrecks where I was the first one there and able to, you know, help in some form. So being able to throw a tourniquet on somebody, or, you know, there's some Narcan down there, being able to help with that if needed is really essential. You know, being able to give somebody that's having a heart attack some aspirin is just essential to be able to save somebody's life. It doesn't cost that much money to set this up. Then it's just kind of a set and forget. You need to know that it's there, but having these things to be able to help can really help to save somebody, especially somebody in your family's life. As your kids get older, you can train them on how to use these different things. Having them as an asset within your family can be really helpful. When a number of years ago we were down in San Diego, I heard this car wreck, went running out there, and a few seconds behind me was my teenage son with this kit. And there wasn't anything we can do. The person had some pretty traumatic brain injuries and some spinal stuff, and nothing in here is going to fix that. But it was great to see, our teenage son at the time trekking right behind me with the kit because he knew that we might be able to help. In this bag is some thick jumper cables, and then behind the rear passenger seat is the cable for the winch. And then you have a long breaker bar with the correct size for the tires on this truck. A brand new saw. I've used several of those saws before, but I keep a brand new one in the truck in case there's any issues out on the road. And then there's the winch cable, that's the battery operated one, and a funnel for putting fuel into the tank. But this is all that's behind the seat because there's not that much room. This coho box is being underutilized, so it's going to get tasked into some more winter prep supplies. This is a brand new tow strap that I got for the truck. The one that I had for the Raptor was getting a little bit torn up, so new shackles, new strap, and then some more winter supplies are going to go in there. I'm going to find, have some like cheap $30 Costco jackets that are just sitting around. That's going to get put in here. I always have one of my Columbia shells that is in here, but it's nice to be able to have some extra stuff. This is a great alternative to that large trauma kit. That might not be realistic for a lot of people, but this could fit into a lot of different spaces. This has a tourniquet, a trauma dressing, some gauze dressing, and some black gloves. But you can see how thin this is. You can absolutely stuff this behind your driver's seat, or in one little crevice of your car, so you just have it in case it's needed. So many times I've just scraped this together right as the storm is rolling in, so it's great to be able to knock this out before the actual winter is here.
Thanks for coming along for a Strategic Sunday. This is a shot from 2023's winter. But let me know what I forgot in my kit. I always like to improve. We'd like to hear what you guys have, so please leave a comment for us, and don't forget to subscribe.